Good morning, Katarina. Here is an example of what we will be doing for your literature. Here is a story.
Doris Lessing was born in 1919 to British parents in the country that is now known as Iran. Her father was a clerk in a bank, and her mother had been a nurse. In 1925, the family moved to Rhodesia, which is now known as Zimbabwe, hoping to make their fortune as farmers. Lessing has described her childhood as unhappy, with the exception of finding joy in the natural world. Her mother was obsessed with creating a proper British life for her children. Lessing endured rigid rules, both at home and in the convent school she attended. At the age of 13, she dropped out of school, never to return. Lessing decided to educate herself, and in her own words, she was thinking about how to escape all the time. At 15, she left home, became a nursemaid, and wrote a few stories. Lessing looked at the world around her and was unhappy with possibilities for women. There is a whole generation of women, and it was as if their lives came to a stop when they had children. In 1937, the 19-year-old Lessing moved to Salisbury in England and got married. She had 2 children, but left her family after a few years, feeling trapped. She became an active communist, remarried, and had a son. Lessing became disillusioned with communism and eventually left the party. In 1949, she moved to London with her son and began her writing career. Most people regard Lessing's work as deeply autobiographical. Drawing on her childhood in Africa, she writes about racial and social inequality, as well as how cultures clash, how people struggle within themselves, and how individuals clash with society. Lessing has often been described as a feminist. She challenged the conventions of her time by writing female characters with the inner lives, strength, anger, and complexity that has been usually reserved for male characters. However, Lessing herself has suggested that the label of feminist may be too limiting. Lessing has written both realistic novels and many books about inner worlds, different dimensions, and other science fiction topics.
All right, Katarina, so that's what the stories are going to kind of look like. And I'm going to be sending you questions. So we will start all of that on Monday. I want you to have a great weekend and look forward to talking to you on Monday.